Our first hybrid creature is a cross between a reindeer and a lantern mouse. Called a mouse deer, these creatures are very shy and elusive and prefer to live in dark areas such as the subterranean. They feed exclusively on fungus, including mushrooms and slime mold, but they have a particular preference for spore puffs, a trait carried over from the reindeer. The mouse deer uses their bioluminescence to light up dark areas and communicate with their herd. A herd consists of 5 to 10 members who all travel together but will scatter when under pressure from a predator. If a predator manages to grab one, it will attempt to fend it off with the glowing antlers on its head. These antlers are very brittle and will often break in these fights, making the mouse deer lighter and allowing it to slip away. The antlers will also break if grabbed by something like the slugcat. These shed antler shards can be picked up and thrown similarly to regular spears, and deal the same amount of damage with the added perk of causing the target it hits to glow. Players can gain reputation with mouse deer by offering them food, and once their reputation is high enough, the mouse deer will no longer flee upon noticing the player. Here it is, the completed creature. Our next creature is one that is far more dangerous. A combination of a king vulture and lizard, the worm is an apex predator of high-altitude regions. Their bodies are segmented, similar to centipedes, and can range in length from 10 to 16 body segments and 3 to 5 neck segments. Each body segment has a pair of large wings, and the more wings a worm has on its body, the faster it will be able to fly. Despite their great aerial maneuverability, worms lack legs and cannot move when grounded. They can only be in a state of flight or rest. When hunting, the worm will use the horns on its mask to attempt to skewer prey, charging at them with great speed. Being the largest form of lizard, pretty much anything is on the menu, including other lizards and even vultures. They will sometimes even hunt smaller worms if desperate for food at the end of a cycle. Though cases such as this are rare and these solitary creatures would much rather just avoid each other. Worms only live in high-altitude regions such as Sky Islands and the Wall, and are an uncommon sight even in these areas because of how large they and their territory are. The worm's mask can be knocked off in the same way a vulture mask can, and functions the same too, scaring away any creature that would be prey to a worm. However, the worm's mask is also large enough to be used like a shield and deflect incoming attack, such as the spears of scavengers. Here is the completed creature. Our final creature is a rather grotesque one. The Paradise Bird is the ghastly combination of a Miros Bird and Yeek, named after their preference for warm and humid regions such as the outer expanse. They use their powerful hind legs to hop great distances in search of prey, which can be anything small enough to fit in their beaks. Paradise birds live in flocks of 5 to 10 individuals who all hunt together and use their numbers as protection from larger threats. These creatures are very resilient in the rain and are most active just before or just after the heavy rain, so that they can scavenge off the creatures that didn't reach their burrows in time. While initially aggressive, they can build up trust with certain individuals if they are given food, and a tamed paradise bird will allow players to ride on its back to travel faster. Here is the final finished creature. Now, I know the title says 3 new creatures, but one specific combination was requested a ton, and it seemed simple enough to make. I present to you Pebbles Bug. Is Pebbles. Is Bug.